All right, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word, truth, and sincerity. All right, so we're going to do this video on at this article right here, as you can see. And I'm sure brothers and then heard about this, and if not seen it, in a video or news clips. Yeah, we're still going to do a video on this because it's just showing the times that we're in.
Yep.
Because our people pretty much sick and tired of protesting, pretty much. Because the same things happen all the time. Esau is just killing you niggas, pretty much. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's not letting up. He's only going harder and harder as time goes on.
Yes.
And just being more blatant with his actions.
Yeah, it's just a reoccurring narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Another so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American shot, and Esau always screams, plays the victim, self-defense, you know. And then now that is technology being increased, cameras. A lot of cops have body cams. People are recording the footage. It's being shown that they're pretty much that these cops, all right, chiefly Esau, the red Hebrew Edomite, is unjustly murdering so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nothing different than he's been doing for years.
Yeah.
It's all getting to a boiling point.
So we're going to just jump into the article. In the heading, as you see, it says dozens of Memphis police injured after fatal shooting sparks violent clashes. And the source is from RT, and it says at least 25 officers were injured in the violent clashes with protesters after U.S. Marshals fatally shot a multiple felony suspect during an arrest. Mounted police, a helicopter, and tear gas were all required to disperse the crowd. 2 journalists were injured and 6 police officers were hospitalized in the clashes late Wednesday, according to Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland. Let me be clear, the aggression shown towards our officers and deputies tonight was unwarranted, Strickland said in a statement. And as you see, that's just stuff from Twitter they showing on there, Twitter post. And it says the crowd launched bricks and rocks at Memphis police, and multiple police vehicles were damaged. The windows of a local fire station were also smashed. The violent clashes occurred in response to the reported death by shooting of a felony suspect who was also killed in a botched raid by U.S. Marshals in North Memphis. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, agents attempted to arrest the suspect, who reportedly had multiple felony warrants, but the man entered a car and began ramming police vehicles indiscriminately before exiting with a weapon. Police opened fire, and the suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. It is as yet unknown how many shots were fired or how many times the suspect was hit. Memphis police were not directly involved in the shooting. The National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, said it's closely monitoring the situation. So, like the brother that said earlier, this is just a reoccurring situation.
Yep.
You had a situation like this out here in Vallejo with the dude who was sleeping in his car with a gun, and the police officers actually got off.
Yep.
That situation happened a while ago, and they shot him over 30 times.
And out there in Sacramento, I forgot the guy name.
Yeah.
With his sodomite ass brother or whatever, say his name. Who was the guy who was shot in the back of his grandmother's yard multiple times. This is all a reoccurring scenario, and it's just getting more. It's just getting more. What's the word I'm looking for? More repetitious, for lack of better terms. All right. More news is just coming out day in and day out. All right, this person in this state just got shot down by the cops. All right, this person in that state.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jake is seeing that, and what Jake is getting fed up. You know, all right. And what just and coincidentally, what just came out, in which ever since it came out on Netflix, it's been the most viewed
Show. Oh yeah,
series.
series.
Uh, um, when they see us,
Mm-hmm.
all right. You know, which is based on a true event. Okay, five Jakes, so-called Negroes and Latinos, all right, falsely accused of raping Edomite a devil
Yep.
woman, okay, and serving time, all right, and then coming to find out that they never did it, and that those charges were pinned on them by Esau, who perpetrated upon them, man,
Yep.
who preyed upon them.
Yep. Just because they were Jake.
Yeah, they were young, naive,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
You couldn't, because it's easier to harass a Jake that's a juvenile,
Yep.
because you can't, because you can send, you can arrest them and detain them and everything, because they're not old enough to basically not be held. Yeah, you have to go through more hoops and everything if it's somebody that's older, like
Okay.
18 and older. But if it's a juvenile, you could just take them straight to jail because they ain't got their parent right there with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exactly what they did at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Because it was, since you're a juvenile, Esau could just take you right in, and then he could hold you in the custody until like the whole situation plays through, basically like they was doing.
Okay. Yep.
But like the brother was saying, at the end of the day, he did it. Why? Because the hatred for Jake, really
Okay.
didn't even have no proof or nothing, just out of pure hatred.
Yep. And that's the thing. That's the series is called When They See Us, pretty much saying when they see Jake, this is how they view
Yep.
the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's going back to Ezekiel the 35th chapter, Esau having that perpetual hatred towards Jacob. All right. You know, this is not for no coincidental thing. This is not because of the so-called color of your skin, man. All right. This is because the spirit, the spirit that you have as an Israelite. All right. And the spirit that Esau has as an Edomite. Okay.
Yep.
Jacob versus Esau, the righteous versus the wicked. All right. That's the story, man. You know. Yeah.
Scripture. You can start with Revelation 12 and 12. You know,
All right.
it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil was come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time."
Yep.
And it says he knows that he has a short time, so that at least they know what time it is. You know, all right. That why you think they had the police set up, and it's always 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 it's an Edomite killing a Jake.
Yep.
You know, and they come in with that great wrath, because
Yep.
that hatred that they have goes all the way back to Jacob and Esau. This isn't, and then our people are so docile and dumb because you don't know what's going on. You always wondering why Esau hates you for no reason. It's not for no reason. It's because that's just how it always was from the beginning,
Yep.
really.
That's right.
All right, he ain't never loses hatred, but you niggas, you try to lose the hatred for Esau, thinking that that's gonna fix the problem.
Yeah. And that's why the scriptures say, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." All right. Cause for you neglecting Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're you're willingly being ignorant because the information is out there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey man, everybody know that Esau is the devil. Okay. You know, and he's your enemy. And the scriptures say what? Never trust thine enemy, man.
Yep.
Okay. And you wondering why he hates you, man. It's clearly laid out. All right. It's clearly laid out in the scriptures. Okay. You know, this is deeper. This is going all the way back to our forefathers, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way that the Heavenly Father set everything up. Like
Yeah.
it says in the Apocrypha, the Lord set two and two, one against another. The
Mm-hmm.
godly versus the ungodly.
Yeah, Esau, he's in the right spirit.
Yep.
It's just 2/3 of our people. You're trying to not be in the spirit, as far as this is your enemy, and you're trying to treat him like he's not your enemy, thinking that it's going to change something.
Mm-hmm.
Esau, his spirit, he's not going to never change. He's always going to have this scripture say that perpetual hatred.
Just like you was just showing me that clip with the
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know what town that was in, but pretty
Mm-hmm.
much you said they had a original clip with that same, I believe, with the Edomite
Yeah.
officer.
Yep.
He was partying with niggas in the same
In the
hood,
hood.
turning up, and then
Yeah.
now what? A week or a couple weeks later, he come back with the same Edomite officer comes back with some more police officers pulling out guns, punching Jake,
Yep.
throwing him on the ground, arresting him. You know, you thinking it's all good, and what the Lord is putting the spirit on Esau to show you his true form and how he truly feels about you, and how he never changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, matter of fact, I was saying that I get this. It's it's Sirach the 10th chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the same old devil, man. Like the scriptures say, his bones is full
No,
of the
it's
sins of his youth. All
yeah,
right.
12. It's Sirach 12. Salakia.
Okay.
It's Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy,
Yep.
for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, and that's the cold part about it, because you Jake's, according to the curses, Deuteronomy 28 chapter, your eyes are so geared on your own people,
Mm-hmm.
so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which 2/3 are our enemies, man. All right. Yet you have an enemy outside of your nation, and a chief enemy at that, because all these heathen nations are our enemies. Yet Esau is the chief of our enemies, man, and he's in rulership today. Okay. Jake, oh, hey, man, I don't trust niggas, I don't trust this and that. But you'll trust the red Hebrew Edomite, man. The worst nigga of them all. You know? And it it coincides to what? To your destruction, man. All right?
Mm-hmm.
To you being in the scenarios that you Jakes end up in today. You know?
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, because that's all a form of Esau's his witchcraft,
Yep.
or his defense mechanism, so to speak, man. Smiling at you, all right, giving pleasant words.
That cop that you were just speaking
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah, yep.
that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
He was over there acting like he your little buddy, dancing with you in the hood. Everything was all good just a
kind
couple weeks ago, and then he came right back and punched you in your face and didn't hesitate.
yep.
The same guy.
Guns drawn, all right. You know, yep, same guy, man. Go ahead.
And it says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah, it's that same old devil, man. All
Mm-hmm.
right, ain't nothing changed.
Yep.
If anything, he just suppressed his hatred
He's
for
more
Jacob.
he's more deceitful
Yeah,
with
he's
it.
more crafty
Yep.
with his hatred and wickedness.
Because just like that show When They See Us, that
Yep.
how long ago was that when they did that?
That was, I believe, that occurred 1979, if I'm not mistaken.
And you see how much hatred Esau had for Jake back then. So how much more now?
And you see in the series, which all the Jake should have, every bro should have been seeing that series by now. If you haven't, man, that's your fault. All right, it's a good series. Yet you see how Esau was being the devil towards them Jakes, playing good cop bad cop,
Yep.
all out slapping Jake around and shit, yelling, or
They
being the
get
devil.
them get their parents to get out the room so they can abuse them.
Yeah, talking, forcing their parents to talk them into
Yeah.
pleading guilty,
Yep.
admitting to a
Something
crime
they
that they
do.
didn't do. All right, the same devil, you know.
And Esau still do the same tricks to this
Today,
day.
he
When
got
you
the
anytime
yep.
you get locked up on like 48 hours or something, they like, hey man, if you just say you did this, whatever, you gonna get a lesser sentence or you gonna get out free.
Yep.
And then you say you did it, and now he can hit you with he hits you over the head
Yep.
with hella numbers.
Throw the book at you. You know.
It's the same guy.
Mhm.
Never changed from day one.
Yep.
Yet 2/3 of our people, going back to Hosea 4 and 6,
Yep.
here it is. You don't even you forget everything this nigga done to you, but then a nigga that step on your shoes, you'll never forget that nigga face and have hatred for him until the day that nigga die.
Yep.
But then Esau, he can do everything that he done did, all these different shows and series that can come out. All right, the clips that be on the YouTube, and you will be quick to forgive them, see them the next day, and they're like, oh, that was just one Edomite. That was, they're not all like that. That's the mentality you have for your actual enemy, but
Yep.
you don't even look at your brother the same way. That's why, hey, the Lord just going to continue to fuck you up even more, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lord is gonna really show you, Because really, what this is all boiling up to is what the race riots
Yep.
and martial law, man. All right,
Yep.
it's all gonna come. It's all gonna come quick. You know, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have more on that?
But no, that was the main point.
Yeah, I grabbed this then. All right, cause that's the time that we're entering into. You know, this is Jeremiah 30:7. All right. Um, Jeremiah 30:7. At last, for
Mm-hmm.
that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble,
Yep.
but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, and that he that is talking about ain't talking about all of our people. It's
Okay.
talking about the elect and the 1/3,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because 2/3 of our people, they're going to be caught up in this day that's coming.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to escape that trouble, all right? You're not going to escape it. You're just going to get caught up in it
Yep.
because you don't know any better and you don't want to know any better. All right, you're willingly ignorant at this point.
Yeah.
Because how long have you been told and been shown right in your face that this is
Mm-hmm.
your enemy? This is a guy that you shouldn't trust. All right, this is the last guy you should trust. Yet you're continuing to trust him and take heed to everything he says, but you don't take heed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Which further proves you to be a reprobate, void of understanding, void of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because Esau he has the same track record, so you
Yep.
should be able to put two and two together and see this devil for who he is. Yet, uh, uh you 2/3 are
Sodom's
Sodom's
children.
children. That's the spirit, you know.
Yeah, because the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, there's nothing new under the sun, and you can
Mm-hmm.
see that clear as day with Esau. He doesn't do any new tricks. He actually comes with the same exact like weak ass routine, or the same little 1-2 step. You can predict it damn near what he finna do. Yet 2/3 of our people, they're so sottish. All right, since you're sottish children, you fall for the same little 1-2 every time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even have to switch it up. He already, I know they're gonna eat this up. I'm just throw this out there, just tell them that this the truth, and they gonna listen.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happens. He tell you that this is this and this is that, and you gonna just run off with it.
Yeah, because Esau has it on the books. He has a extermination policy out for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Mm-hmm.
What Rex
Yep.
84. All
Mm-hmm.
right. It escapes me right now. The other one, the other Lord's will come back to me.
I think it's King Alfred.
That I believe that's Rex
Oh,
84.
okay.
Um, yeah, it escapes me right now, but
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it too.
pretty much Esau already has it on the books, man. He has the ammunition.
Megiddo. Oh, no.
Project Megiddo,
Yeah,
the
Project
water.
Megiddo.
Project Megiddo, man. All right, you know. So he has everything on books. He has the ammunition ready to go. He has the train already in place. Remember Jade Him? Everybody
Yep.
forgot about Jade Him. That was a long drawn out martial law practice, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Esau is ready to move on you niggas, man.
The Georgia Guidestones. He ain't
Yep.
never take that down. He actually, when people put spray paint and shit on there, he cleans it up so you can read it and see it.
Kind.
He never removed it. He just left the stones there.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think they took it disappeared though. If I'm not
Well, if
mistaken.
it has, it's because more and more people
Yeah,
started
yeah.
waking up to it
Mhm.
and saying that this is the proof.
Kind.
Yet that was left up for like a long time,
Yeah.
and that was just like a blatant like the 10. It was just 10 commandments on the stone that's saying how they wanted to exterminate everybody.
Yeah. He saw the devil,
Just,
man.
yeah, and yet the masses of the people in this world, mainly we speak to our people because that's the only ones that has a shot at salvation.
Kind.
All right. Yet 2/3 of y'all don't have a shot because you don't have it.
Yep.
All right. You don't have no understanding whatsoever.
Kind.
You got all your faith in your enemy, and that's the wrong person to trust. And you're gonna realize that when it's too late.
That's right. I got this for you. This is Isaiah 10:5. All right. It says, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the
Mm-hmm.
staff in their hand is mine indignation."
Yep. And that's talking about Esau.
Mm-hmm.
The rod of my anger, just like how it says in Psalms. Esau is his whipping stick.
Yeah, the Lord's sword.
Yeah, the Lord's sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's right.
And it says his indignation. So the Lord's righteous anger.
Yep.
And he's righteously angry at 2/3 of our people for continuing to go to hell off, man.
Yep. The Lord has every right to hate you niggas, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know, and to ultimately, cause it's not about Esau having the extermination policy out for y'all, cause ultimately it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has the extermination policy out for 2/3 of Israel.
Yep.
Niggas, all right.
Yep.
You know, it says in which is the Lord is going to utilize Esau to go to press it forward. Verse 6, I will send him against an hypocritical nation.
Yeah, and our people are complete hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Whenever your family member gets shot, then it's an issue when it's like so-called black on black crime. But then Esau, he do it, you know, it's all good. You forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't show the same type of or actions or feelings towards your
Yeah.
own people.
And you niggas don't practice what you so-called preach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, love. Oh, my brother, love this and do that, and then you go and do the opposite thing. Or I love the Lord. You know, or
And you show hate towards the Lord through
straight
your
up.
actions.
Mm-hmm.
Because love is the action, you
That's
know.
right.
And if you love the Lord, you will follow His commandments.
Straight.
Yet, what do our people do? They break the commandments.
Mm-hmm.
So you hate the Lord, man. You're a hypocrite.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. It says, continuing on, I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and
Mm-hmm.
against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge.
Yeah, the people of my wrath, and that's against 2/3 of our people. Because
Mm-hmm.
of course, we all suffer from the curses. Yet 2/3 of our people, they not forgiven for their sins. They
Yep.
don't have, like I said earlier, they
They-
don't have a shot.
They're not remorseful. They're
Yep.
unrepentative. Because here it is, the grace period is now, all right, and by measuring the times according to the scriptures and the prophecies, man, is swiftly drawing to an end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lord is about to unleash his wrath upon the earth, and in this sense, upon you 2/3 of Israel.
Yep.
You know, it says, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
And you see that happening all the time, like the
Mm-hmm.
article that we brought out. He's treading them down like the mire of the streets, and
God,
it's going to happen even on the higher level when the day of Jacob's trouble happened.
that's right.
That's when it's going to be, since you niggas are sottish, so stupid. That's when it's going to be clear as day to you, when you can finally understand that this is your enemy. When he's treading y'all down like the mire of the streets, like literally just start damn near exterminating y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just blowing y'all away left and right. And that's when you're going to realize the whole time this was your enemy. The government wasn't on your side.
Mm-hmm.
You should have listened to the people that you looked at as bugged out on the streets, the highways and hedges, and on YouTube that was telling you the truth about the scriptures and who your enemy is.
Yep.
All right, that's when everything's going to start making that everything gonna start clicking to you, so to speak. And then it's gonna be too late though. The Lord's still gonna tread you down like the mire of the streets, man, through Esau.
God. I got one more. This is Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened.
You
And
said Ezekiel 2:9,
it's like 21:9.
21:9.
Mm-hmm. This is Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
The sword is being sharpened for y'all, man. Destruction is being prepared for y'all,
Yep.
man. All right, and who's bringing that destruction is going to be Esau. And you
Mm-hmm.
see, I can't say they see it, but we see it because the different articles that you done seen going into how Esau getting all these guillotines, billions of bullets, all right, all this ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
He's militarizing the police.
Yep.
He's doing all these things. He's that's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai ultimately, preparing that sword, man.
Okay.
Get that bring preparing that destruction to befall our people.
That's right. It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contendeth the rod of my son as every tree.
Yeah, it's being sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's how bad it's gonna be. Like I was saying, like you're gonna be getting blown away by the millions.
Yeah.
All right.
It says, what we just brought up, the time of Jacob's trouble. When you read, which is a precept, is Daniel the 12th chapter, 12 and
Mm-hmm.
1. It says it's going to be a time of trouble that has never been ever here
Yep.
on earth. So slavery, 70 A.D. Any troubling time that has ever been recorded in history for the Israelites, this time is gonna surpass that, man.
Yep.
You know, Esau is gonna be Esau is gonna be killing you niggas like no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It says verse 11, and he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And the slayer is the red Hebrew Edomite,
Mm-hmm.
in which that's his blessing, the sword.
Yep.
And this is exactly why he was given this blessing, all right, to destroy the earth, to destroy himself, all right, you know, and to destroy 2/3 of Israel, all right. I got this right here, Jeremiah 15:1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause you niggas refuse to get right. You know, you have that rebellious spirit on you, in which it goes into in Ezekiel the second chapter. You're that rebellious house,
Yep.
and that's how we know who the nation of Israel is, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just like it says in Isaiah the first chapter, the whole head is
Yep.
sick.
That's
Why
right.
should you be stricken anymore? The Lord been striking your ass with Esau for the longest, and it's like
Forever.
fuck it. Like now I just gotta have a sore slaughter for y'all,
Yep.
cause that's how sadish you are to where you don't even realize that this is all judgment happening to you for a reason.
Kind. Yeah. The scriptures say death is better than continual sickness
Mm-hmm.
because Jake is totally far gone, man. All
Yep.
right. You know, you're out of there. There's no returning for Jake. You have to be put out of your misery.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 15:1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Yeah, his mind can be towards these people because they don't. Their mind is gone.
Yeah, their mind is not towards the Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And he look you. Why would his mind be towards the people who are living like a heathen,
Yep.
like a complete heathen, and worse than a heathen, because you're actually supposed to be on point. You're the Lord's chosen people. Yeah, you're acting like you're not.
Yep.
So why would his mind be toward these people, man? 2/3 are people, man.
Kind.
All right, that's why he said, "Cast them forth out of my sight."
Yep.
Let them go forth. And when he's letting you go, what are you going into? Nothing but destruction, man.
That's right.
Because when
That's
you
right.
out there on your own, that's all that's going to happen to you when you don't have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yep. And the Lord is going to take that hedge away. All
Mm-hmm.
right. You know. It says, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword,
Mm-hmm.
and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
Yeah, so the Lord has appointed judgment for everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people are gonna be getting put back into captivity again. All right,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
FEMA camps.
Yep.
Certain people are gonna be getting took out through the famine.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people getting took out through the sword.
Yeah, pestilence, all these
Yeah.
plagues. Which a brother sent the article today. I believe 1,500 northerners in ICE. They have measles and mumps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know, and it's only spreading.
Yep.
This plague, Ebola, all those ancient plagues are coming back. The bubonic plague, the bubonic plague. Okay, influenza. All right, just like it says, the Lord is going to send the plagues of ancient Egypt in new
Yeah, those certain people that be getting those flesh eating viruses and
kind.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it's
right.
all type of stuff that's out there that's
That's,
gonna be unleashed on you wicked ass 2/3, man,
that's right.
and the rest of these people in this world, because the Lord, he don't even care about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all a form of the judgment from the Heavenly Father.
Mm-hmm.
Tells you about that. I believe in what Sirach the 39th chapter, man. The Lord creates spirits of vengeance, man. Verse 3, and I will appoint over them four kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Yeah, so the Lord has appointed deaths for everybody, man, whether it be the fowls of the heaven, all right, the beasts, the dogs, all right, the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Lord, it's gonna be all type of ways that people are gonna be getting taken out,
Yep.
and it's gonna be worse than any other time in history, man.
Yep.
And that's all the righteous judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because our people were living a lifestyle that they're not supposed to. All right, living contrary to the ways that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai told us to.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you have? What else would you expect to happen? That's why we're trying to live our life as righteous as possible, that we
That's right.
may be exempt from that judgment that's coming, because we know the the we know we have the fear of the Lord, because we understand what the Lord will do to you if you're not right,
Mm-hmm.
and us knowing that, that's why we doing what we're doing, man. Trying to be on the Lord's right side, man.
That's right. Yep. Um, we can close out on this just straight to the point.
All right.
Proverbs 8:36. It says, this is Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Yep.
All they that hate me love death.
Yeah, and that's really like 2/3 of our people.
Yep.
They all hate Yahweh Shem Shai ultimately,
Yep.
because they don't want to choose none of the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. You
Right.
chose this world, and once you made a choice to serve this world or serve yourself, whatever you want to call it, other than serving Yahweh Shem Shai, you chose the ways of death, man.
Yeah, you chose to be subject to the flesh and subject to sin, rather than subject unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so what hey, that's gonna transpire into what your demise and your destruction, your death, via whatever manner the Lord deem fit for you to go out, man. And guess what? It's not gonna be a pleasant, a peaceful death, man. Like it says in Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, the same must know it after death by pain.
Yep.
You know.
And that's exactly how y'all gonna learn it, through after death by pain.
That's right. Yeah, and that's what's coming. Okay. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's the Lord's will, with that. The Lord's will, the lesson was edifying. And we want to give our praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word, truth, sincerity.
Shalom.
Shalom.